It's time for some Reddit stories. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Reddit. I'm
Ribbit.
No, not ribbit.
Yeah.
I was trying to make a pun about Reddit.
You failed.
Yeah, but you failed worse.
Thanks for that. Thanks for that.
Do you guys like Denver shirt?
I love it. If you're on YouTube, smash the like button for my shirt. Thank you very much. Let me know in the comments that you love my ducky shirt. All right, let's get into the stories. But why is today's theme? Welcome to ThreadTalk podcast. I'm your host, Denver, here, joined with my beautiful co-host, Teresa, my wife.
My husband.
Let's go.
All right. I guess I shall go first.
Ladies first.
Thank you. This one comes from True Off My Chest. I snapped and called out my friend's husband for shitting on her love of spicy books in front of everyone, and now the group chat is blowing up. I have a close friend group that's been tight since college. One of the couples is Jake and Emily. Emily's always been the reader in the group. She got me into some fantasy series years ago, but the last couple of years, she's gone deep into romantasy, like Butcher and Blackbird, Haunting Adeline, The Ritual, God of Malice, all the dark, steamy ones. She talks about them the way some people talk about sports or video games. Excited, analyzing the characters, laughing at the banter, is clearly her happy place, especially after a rough patch with work and some family crap. I've seen how much lighter she is when she's in the middle of one of those books. Her husband Jake has never been into reading, which is fine, but he's gotten increasingly dickish about her choices. He'll make some snide comments like, "Still reading your trashy porn novels?" Or, "Can't believe you're wasting time on that garbage when there's real literature out there." She usually just laughs it off or changes the subject, but you can see her shrink a little each time. Last Saturday, we were all at a backyard hanging out, maybe 8 to 10 of us, grilling, beers, music. Emily was telling me and another friend about a scene in Pucking Around that had her cracking up. Hockey romance, super spicy, she loves the humor in it. Jake overhears, rolls his eyes, and goes loud enough for everyone to hear, "Yeah, she's obsessed with that smutty fantasy crap. It's basically just erotica for women who can't get it in real life." Then he laughs like it's the funniest thing. The vibe went dead. Emily went quiet, stared at her drink. A couple people gave awkward chuckles, but I was pissed. I set my beer down and said straight up, "Dude, why do you feel the need to humiliate your wife in front of her friends for something that makes her happy? She's not hurting anyone. She's reading books. If you don't like them, cool, but shitting on her every time she mentions them is insecure as hell. Knock it off." Jake got defensive fast. "Whoa, relax, man. It was just a joke." But his face was red. Emily looked at me with this mix of surprise and gratitude, then quietly said thanks under her breath. The rest of the night was awkward as fuck. Jake barely talked to anyone, and we all left earlier than usual. Since then, the group chat has been a mess. 2 of the guys are saying I overstepped and should have talked to him privately, or "It's their marriage, not your business." One girl said she thought Jake was being an ass and appreciated me saying something. Emily texted me separately to say it meant a lot because he's been dismissive of her hobbies for a while and she feels she has to hide what she enjoys. Jake hasn't said shit to me directly yet. I don't regret it. Watching him belittle her like that, especially when she's finally found something that lights her up, felt wrong. But now I'm wondering if I just made things worse for her at home or if I turned a small thing into a group drama. Just had to get this off my chest. Felt good to say it out loud in the moment, but the fallout sucks. Anyone else ever had to call out a friend's partner like that? How did it play out?
Yeek. No, I can't say I've ever called out a friend's partner like that.
But you would in this situation. I think you very much would.
Yeah, I think I would too. Why? Why does he hate her so much?
I know.
Why does he hate her? Teresa loves her schmut book. What did he call it? What did he call
erotica.
them? Yeah.
I love me some smut.
Teresa loves her some smut. I find it interesting where he says, quote, "Yeah, she's obsessed with that smutty fantasy crap. It's basically just erotica for women who can't get it in real life." Are you saying your wife can't get it in real life?
That's a poor reflection on you, bud.
Yeah, that's a poor... that comes back on you, right?
Yeah, from the husband. You are the husband. Who is supposed to give it to her in real life?
Yeah.
Besides you.
Huh.
I know. Very interesting.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
But also why do you hate your wife? Why do you absolutely hate her? You despise her. Why you...
I think the comment was more towards people, like women in general, not necessarily her. But I think he lumps her in that
category.
And I think in his head, he doesn't like those types of women, obviously. But he's having a hard time admitting to himself that is his wife.
Yeah, it's cringy for the relationship.
Yeah,
Especially
it's so cringe.
Coming out of the barbecue with all your friends and everything. Like, great timing, buddy. Great timing.
You don't want a partner that makes you feel bad for stuff that you love.
Yeah, Teresa loves Heated Rivalry. She was watching it again last night. She's on her third time or fourth time, third?
No, I'm still on my third.
Third time watching this season. And I'm not over here like, oh my God, how dare you watch it again? Like, hey, if that's what you like, it's what you enjoy, it's your happy time, have at it. I'm watching Supercross over here.
Like, it doesn't hurt anybody. Like,
Teresa's not shitting on me for watching dirt bikes every Saturday.
No.
You'll never ride as fast as them. Why you bother watching them? Nothing like that. You'll never be as good as them.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like I feel like I say this a lot, but that man hates you, and I just feel like you don't want a partner that's going to constantly put you down like that.
It's not a good recipe.
It's coming from a place of insecurity, I think. Like, he cares too much about maybe what other people think. Like, he has these thoughts about, or he has these judgments on women who read erotica or smut or whatever you want to call it, and he's afraid that other people are judging her for it. So I feel like he's being proactive about making fun of her. Do you know what I mean?
I can see that.
It's kind of like, oh, okay, I don't. Yeah, better like it comes from me than someone else type thing.
Yeah,
but it's so wrong. It's so wrong. You shouldn't be putting your wife down like that.
You support your wife. Like I support Teresa's addictions.
Thank you, honey. As for OP, I think it was really brave of you to stand up for her, because obviously other people were thinking the same thing.
Yeah, nobody else was willing to stand up either.
And, like, you got thanked, you got praised for doing that. So good on you. And even your friend, the wife, thanked her.
Right?
Under her breath. It was like probably sigh of relief. Thank you, it's not just me. Like, I'm not the only one that's
It's a guy.
Crazy.
OP's a guy.
OP's a guy?
Yeah.
I love that even more.
Because it says Jake got super defensive. Whoa, man. Or whoa, relax, man.
That makes me love this even more.
Yeah. Good on him.
Wow. Love that. Okay. Amazing. Top comment here says, cough. Says, coughs. How do I do that? Top comment says, coughs. Wouldn't his wife not being able to get an erotic experience in real life be his fault as her husband?
Yes. Exactly my same thought. Yes.
Yes. You would think.
You would think so.
You would think. Okay. Another comment says, I am so sick of people saying shit like, you should have told them privately. He's been shitting on her publicly. He deserved to be called out publicly. Can't have it both ways. And all your other friends fucking suck for not defending her.
Agreed.
I completely agree, honestly. Like,
I agree.
Why should OP say it in private when he's airing all their dirty laundry out in public?
Right? Exactly.
F that.
F that for sure.
OP replies, says, couldn't agree more.
Exactly.
All right.
All right.
Over to you.
Good way to start us off today. Over to me. Am I the asshole for making my brother sleep in his car after he lost his keys? Again. So I, 24 female, live in a pretty small studio near the city center. My brother, Ben, 22 male, is always out late and he's kind of a mess. Like he loses his phone or his keys at least once a month.
Oof.
Well, last night he calls me at 2 a.m. saying he lost his keys again and is locked out of his place. He asked if he could come over and crash on my couch. The thing is, I had a really big presentation at 8 a.m. today and I've been stressed about it all week. I told him no, that I really needed to sleep and he should call for a locksmith or go to our parents' house. They live about 30 minutes away, so it's a drive but not impossible. He got all annoyed and said I was being a bad sister and that it wasn't safe for him to be outside. I ended up just telling him I couldn't help him this time, turned my phone on silent and went back to sleep. This morning, I woke up to 10 texts from my mom saying that I'm being selfish and, quote, what if something had happened to him? Ben ended up just sleeping in his car until the landlord could let him in this morning. He's not speaking to me now. I feel kind of bad because, yeah, it's just a couch, but also he's an adult, and this is literally the third time he's done this in 4 months.
Oh my.
I just feel like I'm being treated like his backup plan because he won't get his act together. Am I actually the jerk here for locking him out?
Okay, that last part provides a lot of valuable context. This is the third time in 4 months.
If it was the first time, okay,
come on over.
Kind of an asshole if you said fuck off.
Yeah, I would agree.
This is now a habit of his.
And you're enabling it.
Not anymore.
You're no longer, but you would have been enabling it if you let him in. And the fact that your parents don't see that, I mean, they are enablers too, it seems.
He could have drove to their house. He chose not to.
But, okay, my thing is, was he drunk?
Get an Uber.
Yeah.
You know what this guy needs? Fake key under the plant.
Yeah.
Under the doormat. Or not a fake key, but like an actual key. Spare key. That's what I'm looking for. Spare key. Talk comment says, quote, he got all annoyed and said I was being a bad sister. He's being a bad brother. He's causing problems and expecting you to fix them for him. He could get a hotel nearby or go to your parents' house. But no, he's got to put it all on you. He's only doing it again because it worked before. Maybe now, since it didn't work this time, he'll stop. And then another quote, woke up to like 10 texts from my mom saying I'm being selfish and what if something had happened to him? Your mother is enabling his behavior. Let her bail him out if he insists on being so irresponsible. Big not the asshole.
Exactly. If she wants to be the provider for him, the one to always bail him out, like let her.
Yep.
Let her do that. He'll always come to you, aka mom.
Mommy. Mama.
If he messes up again, and we know what's gonna happen because
yeah.
Or maybe it won't now because he's learned his lesson. He doesn't have a fallback guy.
Right? He doesn't have an escape. So the second talk comment says not the asshole. Maybe he should get a keypad lock if he's that bad at remembering basic things or hide a key. Keypad lock? Genius. On one of the rentals I had, it had it and we just put in the code. Genius. When we at our new place that we got, I'm buying one of those. I'm getting the keypad. I don't want to have to pull a key out of my pocket. The RV one that we have is so nice. Fingerprint scanner.
It's really nice. Yeah.
It's really nice. When the fingerprint, if your finger, you've been eating your thumb a little bit and your fingerprints disappeared a bit, you can punch in the code. My fingerprint works fine every single time. It's great. I love it. We're getting the same thing for the house too.
I do have a problem with picking my skin on my fingers. And we got our nails done yesterday.
For Valentine's Day.
A Valentine's Day. Yeah, okay. Obviously, this is not coming out near Valentine's Day, but yesterday was Valentine's Day for us. And Denver surprised me with a mani-pedi,
yes,
which he got as well.
It was nice. My
and
feet enjoyed it.
The guy actually accused you.
He's like, hey, did you bite your nails? I'm like, no. Why? He's like, he looks like you bite your nails. I'm like, what? Teresa's the one who actually bites her nails.
I don't bite my nails. I pick my skin, and I'm doing it right now. I pick my skin around my nails and until I bleed. And that's what Denver's talking about. Like my thumbprint, for some reason on my thumb, I like just peel away my skin. And to the point where like when I had the iPhone thumb,
yep,
it wouldn't. I had to change it like every few weeks because it wouldn't recognize it anymore.
And then sometimes you're like, "Oh, my thumb, it's really burning right now. It really hurts. I took off too much skin." And I'm like, when you say it hurts, I'm like, "I know. Stop hurting yourself, please."
It's hard to stop. I have anxiety, and I don't know if it's ever gonna go away. Like honestly, I've been doing this my whole life, picking.
You're doing it right now.
I know. I'm
literally. See, here's what gets me is we pointed out and we'll talk about it and we're like, yeah, and then you don't stop though. You're still doing it.
I don't know how.
Me either. Don't know how to help you. All right, moving on. Next story.
My girlfriend used an AI tool to search through my gallery, and now she's moving out.
Okay.
I've been with my girlfriend for 2 years. Things were really going great, but we had a massive blow up last night. My girlfriend knows my passcode, and I've never had a problem with her using my phone to order food or check Spotify for ThreadTalk podcast, right?
That's what she was searching for, definitely.
Last night, we were looking for a photo of a restaurant menu we took months ago. Instead of scrolling, she opened this app, but instead of typing menu, she started typing in things like girl, blonde, and beach. Suddenly, photos from 4 to 5 years ago started popping up, old vacation photos with my ex, screenshots of Hinge profiles from before we met, and some photos an ex had sent me I honestly forgot were buried in my 10,000 plus photo cloud storage. I snatched the phone back and told her she was invading my privacy. She got super upset and said, "The fact that I still have these photos, even if they are 5 years old and buried, means I'm holding on to the past." I told her that it felt like she was fishing for a reason to be mad. She hasn't spoken to me since this morning and says I'm gaslighting her about my stash of old photos. I feel like my privacy was totally violated by her using a search engine on my personal life. She thinks I'm a liar for having the photos at all. This one's just coming from off my chest, so.
Frickin' AI getting in the way of stuff. Okay, but here's what gets me. Last night, we were looking for a photo of a restaurant menu that we took a few months ago. So we opened the app. But instead of typing in menu, she just went straight to girl, blonde, and peach. Honey,
What was at the forefront of her mind?
I thought we were looking for a restaurant menu. She trapped him. She deked him out
She's like,
just to get him to pull
remember
up the
that
search.
restaurant? I know, exactly. It was completely a trap.
Oh, why don't we use this new AI tool to like search through? I'm not going to go on my rant about AI because AI's been cheesing me lately with all of its fakeness. But like Apple Photos, you can hit search and like you can search for stuff in Apple Photos.
That's what I thought.
And they're not labeling that as like their photo search AI assistant. Like, oh, I don't know. The whole everything is AI is just this wave of bullshit, personally, my opinion. And I think it's turning like my social media feed, like just seeing AI is just creating so much garbage. It's creating so much garbage. Some of it's useful, most of it's garbage. But yeah,
I don't get that stuff though that you get. So
yeah, this is hilarious, but she's kind of valid.
Interesting. Can we talk about our issue with this that we had at the beginning of our relationship?
I don't know what issue we have.
Well, I remember we had something similar like this where you may have had some old pictures as well, but I didn't go snooping for them.
How'd you see them then?
You accidentally showed me.
Lies.
No, I mean, not snooping. Showed me.
No, you're a snooper.
Okay. Anyways. But then I asked you to delete them and you deleted them.
Because I didn't even know they were on there because they're old.
Yeah, I think that's the difference here. Like, I don't know. She went out of her way to look.
Yeah. Red flag.
Which is a little bit concerning.
Do you think that, what if, well, I think I already know your answer, but what if instead of them being in his photo album, they were posted to his social media?
I don't know. I could see both sides of that, honestly. Like, one, it's like, well, why don't you have them deleted? On the other side, it's like, I like to keep all my history. Like, some people don't archive or delete posts at all.
Yeah, that's me.
I don't think there's a problem with that either. It depends, honestly. Like, if this ex-girlfriend or whatever is the only thing on his feed,
it's like all there is, like obsession. There's nothing, and it's recent. Yeah.
If there's a couple pictures buried,
yep,
I'm not gonna have a problem with that.
Okay.
But again, everybody has their own opinions on that.
Their level. 2 years is a long time, though. I think she shouldn't have been searching, but I think she's valid for her crash out. I think she shouldn't have been AI snooping. Shouldn't have been searching girl, blonde, beach. But I think she's valid for her crash out because it's been 2 years. I feel like screenshots of Hinge profiles before you met, that should be gone.
Really?
It should be cleaned up. Wipe that.
Interesting. I actually disagree. Like, I feel like that's something you just don't look back. Like, I wouldn't think to go back and delete that type of stuff.
This makes sense.
Why?
You are not a deleter. I take lots of pictures for every occasion. I delete nothing.
Well, I just think
I am a cleaner. I'm a cleanser. I go through and I delete things and I clear things out. So this actually, this makes sense. Your phone,
Clutter.
Atrocious for your photos. The best thing is you like take 70 pictures for the same picture. It's take 70 different shots to make sure everybody's eyes are open. But you never go back and delete it down to like the 2 best pictures.
Again, duh.
Yeah. Like,
I have the storage. I don't care.
No,
it's a chore for me to go back and delete.
Yeah, we're doing RV life, and you want to take all the photos with my phone because my phone had the better camera. So you take 17 pictures of the same thing, and then while we're driving, I'm like, hey, babe, do me a favor. Here's my phone. Can you go through and delete all the photos that are rejects and just keep the best photos of each one? And you're like, no, I don't want to do that.
That actually might be like my least favorite thing to do on this planet Earth.
Yeah, but you like taking all the pictures.
Yeah, like that to me is just like to go and like sort through photos sounds so horrible to me. I would rather be doing literally anything else.
Okay, but when you go to post the picture that you took and you liked, you're sorting through to find that picture.
It's different.
So once you find that picture, you delete all the other ones that you're not posting. That should be the strategy.
It's different.
Oh yeah, it's different because I don't want to delete anything.
Okay, anyways, so you're on her side?
No, yes and no. I think it's valid to have the expectation that all of that stuff after 2 years probably should be deleted. But I also don't have 10,000 pictures in phone storage. So there's that. And I think she was wrong for searching.
My take is that if it wasn't like intimate photos, yes, those should be gone. If it's just like a picture of you and your ex together, I don't know, like from years ago. What?
So you're okay if there's a picture of me and my ex and like one of the oldest photos in my phone's photo album?
I honestly would expect that.
Wow.
You're telling me you have none?
I don't know. My phone. No, not my phone. No.
Interesting. Where? You said not on my phone. Where?
There's a couple on Facebook from high school.
Oh, okay. So that's like the same thing.
Didn't we just clarify that it was not the same thing earlier 5 minutes ago?
I stand on the same side that I don't care. Facebook or your photo album. I'm saying I wouldn't care.
I think it's different because your photo album is your photo album. Facebook is posted social media.
So
different threads.
If anything, it should be worse then. If that's what you're saying. Because it's public.
Well, if it's your Instagram profile, bad. If it's your Facebook profile, it's okay not to delete things from your Facebook.
This is coming from a 32-year-old.
Yeah. That's what it's for. Facebook is your history. Instagram is what you want your personal persona to be. There's a difference.
I don't use Facebook at all. I also don't delete anything from my Instagram, so.
You don't delete anything from anywhere at any time.
We know this. Okay. Top comment says, this happened to me once. Instead of getting mad, I just rolled with the punches. I was like, oh yeah, I never really delete pictures. Go ahead and keep looking. You'll find more exes, videos, etc. That shook her. But also, I was being serious. Then a few days later, I asked to look through her photos. She said, absolutely not. And I let the silence fester. You could see the realization on her face. Broke up with her shortly after.
Ooh, big move there. I like that. That's good. That's good. It's got to be equal.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he should be like, okay, well, let me look through yours photos. If you're going to have a problem with all my exes,
so fair.
Let me look through your photos.
100%. I feel like that should be a given.
Oh, yeah?
If you want to go through your partner's photos, they also have the right to go through yours.
Hand over the phone.
That's such a double standard.
Hand over the phone. Let's see what you're hiding over there.
Go look.
Okay.
Be my guest.
After we're filming. Okay, back to me.
All right.
Am I the asshole for not stopping my teenage son's girlfriend from kissing him? My 50 son, 17, recently got into a car accident with a drunk driver. I am very thankful that he is alive, obviously, but his car is totaled. The drunk driver was driving a pickup and my son drives a small old convertible, most likely the reason for the amount of damage. And he is fairly injured, multiple breaks, lots of stitches, and is currently recovering. This all occurred last week on Saturday, the night of the accident. My family, my wife, 45, and daughter, 14, got there, I want to say about an hour before his girlfriend. When she came in, she ran to him in his hospital bed and started hugging and kissing him, mainly lips but other places on his face too. She stayed for most of the night, checking up on him and being supportive, and I was happy my son and his girlfriend had such a good relationship. As we were driving home that night, my wife said she was upset that I didn't say anything to my son's girlfriend. I asked why I would have, as she was being a good partner. My wife said that it felt weird seeing that, especially in front of family. I said that he was going off to college regardless, and that she has been a really nice partner, and that night showed us how much she truly cared for him. She rushed off work to get there and was still wearing her work clothes as she got there. My wife started getting anger and said that she thought it was gross and that I should ask her to leave sometime. I told her that I'm not telling my hospitalized son that I'm taking away something that clearly makes him happy. She told me it was gross and that I needed to put a stop to it. I told her she was worrying about the wrong thing and that anything that brought our son comfort was good. My brother had taken my daughter home before this, so she didn't hear us arguing. My wife told me that I needed to step up and do my job, and I have started to keep thinking about it and thinking that I am in the wrong.
Okay, we got a mommy-son obsession.
I was like, damn, there's two things. I'm like, this is another one of those, like, mom's jealous of the son's girlfriend.
Yep.
for, like,
Tale as
taking-
old as time.
Yeah, and then the second one was like, wasn't even willing to say anything herself, and she needs her husband to step up. How dare you say silent? I didn't know I was supposed to say
There's
something.
no issue here, actually.
There was no issue, but I didn't know I was supposed to say something. You did something wrong. Ugh.
This reminded me of Hunting Wives.
Yep.
If you guys have watched Hunting Wives, there's a mom who's obsessed with her son, like in love with her son, and is just so jealous of the girlfriend.
You mean if they haven't watched it? Because if they had watched it, they would know.
Haven't. You should watch it. It was a good show.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised by this behavior. There's a reason there's like the term boy moms for a reason.
Yeah.
So, it's, I don't know. Like, this can't be the only sign that she's obsessive.
Right.
This can't be the only thing.
Is he wrong for not stopping it though?
No, absolutely not. They're 17.
She wants him to kick the girlfriend out of the hospital room. Kid's barely recovering from broken bones, stitches, and mommy wants to take away the one thing that makes him happy right now.
You know, that's what is so telling, is coming from a place of obsession and control and maybe infatuation.
I think control, jealousy, and like control, I think is
it's
a big one.
Like, you don't actually care for his recovery, because if you loved him as as a mother, in a way, you know, a mom should actually love their child, it would, like, you would want anything to help his recovery, which obviously, like, him seeing his girlfriend would help that. Like, there's not going to be any detriment to her coming to the hospital and like seeing him.
She might rough up his face from all of her kissing. She might slobber
Good thing
over
he's in a
it.
hospital. He can get help.
Yeah. Get patched up quickly.
But,
so
yeah, I just think that is so telling. The fact that like she doesn't actually want what's best for him if that's not her.
yeah. Top comment says, not the asshole. Your wife needs to accept your son is growing up. A 5-year-old says kissing is gross. A 45-year-old with multiple children? What kind of argument is that? Besides, kissing is not inappropriate at 17 years old, and she was relieved to see him after a scary accident. It's not like they spent their free time making out in front of both of you.
Right? Like, that's what I'm thinking. It wasn't like she was on top of him, straddling him
Giving
on the
him a
hospital
blowjob in front of the family. Like, no. Just kisses.
I'm imagining, like,
oh my God, you're alive. You didn't
she's
fucking
relieved.
die. Thank God you didn't fucking die.
No, for real. Like, any normal human reaction for someone that you love.
Yeah.
Get out. Like,
Just
come on.
why? Why the jealousy?
Ew.
Icky.
I would be, like, if I was a husband, I would be icked out by my wife. I would be like
Side-eyeing her.
Like, honestly, I don't want to get gross and all Freud-like, but like.
Oh, what like?
Freud.
What do you mean Freud?
Freud. You know who Freud is? Dr. Sigmund Freud?
No idea.
With the theories about moms and their sons and dads and their daughters. Okay, well, we can look it up later. But
okay.
I would be looking into this a little bit too hard, I think. I would be overthinking this. I'd be like,
big side eyes.
Okay, this is weird.
Yeah.
This is weird.
Another-
You're supposed to be obsessed with me, your husband,
Right?
okay?
Another commenter says, I'm sorry for saying this, but someone needs to. Your wife is acting like she's jealous. She needs a reality check. Your son has his own life, and he is not her little baby anymore. He is about to go to college. He is basically grown. The only reason to have an issue with it is if the son has an issue with it. It's his body, not your wife's. If he had an issue with it, then he would have said so. Is this more about her being upset that he is hurt but doesn't need her as much anymore, or because she knows he is about to leave and go to college? Either way, she sounds jealous. That's not healthy for her or your son, or for your relationship with her, or for her relationship with the son. Tell her to go to therapy.
Okay, good. I feel very validated right now.
Listen, honey.
Those are all my thoughts.
I went to work today and I thought about it and I came home and your reaction to your son being in the hospital,
Our son.
was a little weird. And I've signed you up for therapy classes. So it starts next week on Monday.
Classes.
Signed you up for therapy. Merry Christmas.
Only time I would think it's actually acceptable to gift therapy.
Is that a gift or is that forced therapy?
You know, some people actually did comment.
Therapy would be
that-
a great gift for Christmas?
Yeah, like they would appreciate therapy as a gift for people who don't have insurance maybe. And honestly, I'm not going to argue with that. I would agree.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Back to you.
are we done with the boy moms?
Yes.
Okay, today I fucked up going to my ex's wedding. My ex-girlfriend invited me to her wedding. It was unexpected, but I accepted. The invitation said the people who were allowed to bring a +1 were married or engaged couples. I was not engaged or married, so I went alone. I managed to couple up with another single guy at the wedding and stayed with him throughout the ceremony to avoid looking like I didn't belong. The two of us got separated at the reception because we were allocated to different tables. My table only had single people. As we got to know one another, we realized we had one specific thing in common. We were all the exes of the bride. It was a little weird, but we made a joke of it because we assumed that was the point of us being there. Fast forward to the speeches. When it was the bride's turn to speak, she asked all of our exes to stand up, which we did.
What?
She informed the audience that we were the people she dated and disappointed over the years before she discovered the love of her life, aka her husband. She wanted us to know how grateful she was to have been with us all, but then she locked eyes with me and said, maybe not all of us. She said my name and asked me to wave at everyone. I waved like an idiot. She warned all the women at the wedding to watch out for me because I literally peed on her. The husband stood up at that moment and covered the microphone with his hand while he whispered something to his wife that made her look confused as fuck. The bride sat down without saying anything else. The husband made an awkward joke about his wife having too much champagne and instructed us to please take our seats. The DJ intervened and asked if any of the groom's exes were also in the house, which actually made the audience laugh. The music played and everyone pretended none of that just happened, except for me. I got the fuck out of there as soon as the lights dimmed for the disco ball.
Damn. Oh my God. He should have stuck around. There could have
For the
been
drama?
No, there could have been someone who was looking for him after that speech. Someone with a golden shower fetish. She could have been like, shit, I found my fucking match. Perfect. Takes the pressure off.
Right?
I know what I'm going after.
Honestly, probably so true. Like, how many guests does a wedding normally have? Let's just say like 200.
Right? You think there would be at
One
least two people?
single person in the room that has a golden shower fetish.
That'd be 1% of the people. Right? One other person. That's savage. She invites all of her exes and put them at the same table.
Literally just for that speech too.
Stand up and wave.
They're probably all like, why am I getting an invite to my ex's wedding? Like,
right?
But why are they going to?
Why are they going?
Why did they go? Like, OP is like, oh, I had no one to go with. I hung out with some other guy just so I didn't look like I didn't belong. You don't belong. Why did you go? You don't have to accept just because you're invited.
Doesn't he have to accept?
You don't need to accept. This is weird.
She had him wave. All of them stand up, then she had him wave. That's unhinged. I can't imagine the husband would be happy.
So unhinged, right?
He was like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
He probably didn't know. He would not have known. If he had known, he would have let her continue with her speech.
I think he stopped her after the golden shower comment.
I don't think he knew they were even there. I don't think he knew that they were her exes when he saw them. I don't think he knew that she set up a whole table for her exes. I don't think she knew any of that.
It's just so extra. Like, why do all that just for like
You're a narcissist.
a speech? Like,
Do you think OP had any pictures of his ex in his phone?
I don't know. The fact that he went to her wedding, maybe he's still clinging on to something. Like, I'm side-eyeing all of those exes.
Yeah, I would
Like,
not.
unless you guys are like actually friends, which I can understand. Like, some exes stay friends.
Yeah.
Like Shane and Rose.
Totally. What a great reference.
I had to slide that in there. Heated rivalry. Anyways,
I mean, if you haven't watched it, why not?
please do.
Why haven't you watched
Please
it?
do. I understand people can stay exes with their friends, but that is like the exception and not the rule. I feel like.
This is unhinged.
And a table full of exes, no way all of them are friends with the bride.
That's one of the most fucked up wedding things I've ever heard. But you know what? It's your wedding. It's your choice to do that if you want.
Your wedding, your choice.
Yeah, your wedding, your choice. Fuck your actual husband and relationship. What he would think of it. Do what you want. Your wedding, your choice.
So
Number one rule here about weddings at ThreadTalk podcast. Your weddings, you can do whatever you want with your wedding. There is no limitations to what you can do for your wedding.
We should come up with a merch line, a wedding line.
Yeah.
Your wedding, your choice.
Your wedding, your choice.
Top comment on this says, man, if I were her husband, I think I would be considering an annulment at that point. That behavior is kind of unhinged.
I would think so too, especially like if he didn't know anything. He didn't know they were invited. He didn't know there was a table for him. He didn't know it was part of her speech.
Maybe he did.
I'd be like, who the fuck is this person that I decided to marry?
If he didn't know, that would be, that would be grounds for divorce or annulment, honestly. Another comment says, quote, to be fair, girl, you asked me to do it repeatedly. There, problem solved.
There you go. You should have shouted that back. Shouted that back.
Imagine.
I like the comment underneath that says, and I tried to tell you no, but you threatened to break up with me if I didn't. The drinking of my pee was the nail in the coffin, though. That is when I realized I couldn't be with a pee drinker. Fucking Fruity Pebbles.
Fruity Pebbles is out to play. Oh my God.
That's crazy.
All right.
All right, back to me. Am I the asshole for locking up my cash stash after my partner kept borrowing from it? I'm 30 male. My partner is 31 female. We've lived together for about 2 years. Not married. We're both working. We split bills in a pretty boring way, joint checking for rent, utilities, groceries, and our own accounts for personal stuff. Nothing fancy, just stable. I also kept a small amount of cash at home in a little metal box in the closet. It's not some doomsday thing. It's more like if the card reader is down, if I need cash for a tip, if the ATM is acting weird, usually just like $300 to $400, sometimes less. I add to it whenever I get cash back or find a random 20 in a jacket. Over the last couple of months, I started noticing the amount was off. At first, I genuinely assumed I miscounted or took some and forgot. Then I found a folded note in the box that said, quote, I borrowed 60, will replace Friday, sorry babe. I asked my partner about it, and she said she didn't want to bother me, and it was just for a couple things. She planned to put it back. She left the note so I wouldn't think it was stolen. I told her I'd rather she just ask me because the whole point of having it is knowing it's there. She apologized and said she gets anxious asking for money even if it's not a big deal. Fine. Then it happened again. Another note, another amount. Then one time, no note at all. Each time it was, quote, I was going to replace it, or, quote, I had cash in my wallet but I forgot to swap it, or it's basically our money anyway. The last line annoyed me because we literally have a shared account for our money. This was my personal emergency cash that I keep track of. So last week, I bought a small, cheap lock and put it on the box. I didn't make a speech, I just did it. She noticed the next day when she was looking for ibuprofen in the closet and saw it. She got very quiet, then later told me it made her feel like I think she's a thief. I said I don't think she's a thief. I think she's been taking cash without asking repeatedly after I asked her to stop. She said it's humiliating and parent-child vibes and that I could have just trusted her to pay it back. I said trust is kind of the issue because I tried trusting the notes and it kept happening. Now she's barely talking to me and she moves some of her stuff into the guest room like she's proving a point. I'm not trying to punish her. I just want my small stash to actually be there when I need it, but I also get that putting a lock on it looks dramatic. Am I the asshole?
Then later told me it made her feel like I think she's a thief. If the shoe fits.
Oh.
She is, though. She actually is. I understand you're married.
Not married.
Not married?
Not married.
Oh.
Been together for 2 years.
Oh, not married.
Not married.
Oh, I thought, okay, sorry. I thought what she said, it's our money. Like, okay. Oh, way worse then. You're not married. You're stealing from him. Even if they were married, I was going to say they obviously have an arrangement where they keep their finances separate, which is completely fine.
Yeah.
I was going to say, regardless, it's still an issue, but especially the fact that they're not married, it's a bigger issue, I think. I understand it's not a big chunk of money, but it's also just like a respect thing and the trust thing. Like, you're lying. Why aren't you replacing it? If you had the money in your wallet, why didn't you replace it?
Yeah.
Why don't you give me the total of the sum that you've borrowed over the last few months right now?
Exactly.
Like, why are you being so mischievous about it? And I like, money aside, it's also the fact that she's not replacing it. And what if he needs it?
That's the part that gets me, because he says he's not worried that she's taking it. It's the fact that he doesn't know for when he goes to get it.
Exactly. And I think that's honestly very disrespectful.
I think so too.
It would be the same as, like, I don't know, if you were stealing
toilet paper.
I was going to say Q-tips or something. Yeah, like toilet paper from me.
Like inside your bathroom, there's a drawer for the extra toilet paper roll.
Yeah.
And it's like you use the toilet paper that's on the handle and it runs out. And you grab the toilet paper from the drawer one and
there's no more.
You put it on there and then you don't bring it from the closet into the drawer. I feel like that's what it's like.
Mm-hmm.
Because when the toilet paper ran out while I'm taking a poopy on the toilet, I'm dropping a deuce, and now there's no toilet paper in the bathroom, you've left me stranded when you were the last one to use the toilet paper out of the backup holder.
Yes.
I feel like that's what it's like. And I feel like in relationships, it's absolutely terrible when that happens to the person who's on the toilet.
Okay. Denver's taking any opportunity to drag me through the mud today, clearly. Because what the fuck, bro?
I don't know what you're talking about. You sound guilty. You sound like you're...
You sound angry.
I was just coming up with an example, something that's a parallel.
Mm-hmm.
You seem to be taking it personal. I don't know why. That wasn't an attack at you at all.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to run with my Q-tip analogy. Nothing personal towards you. Blanket statement. If you were taking my Q-tips and you're like, oh, I'm going to replace them. When I go to use a Q-tip and there's none there, I'm going to be pissed.
Exactly.
Because
I use Q-tips.
I trusted you to replace them. I shouldn't have to follow up and make sure you do it. Like, I'm not going to baby you, remind you to do what needs to be done.
It works a lot of other things within the money. Like, it's not like, oh, you're stealing $10,000 out of my safe or whatever. It's just a little bit of pocket cash. But it's nice to know that it's there. And it's like, oh, yeah, don't worry, Facebook person. I'm going to buy that off you. And then you go to get your money, the cash that you thought you had, and there's nothing there.
Exactly. Like,
It's
in the back of your mind.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
You know? It's like using the last ketchup out of the bottle and not putting it on the grocery list, not replacing it. And then you get French fries. You want some ketchup? No freaking ketchup. Like, freaking no ketchup. Any of those things, or those type of situations. Cash happens. But do you think he's valid for the safe?
I do.
That one got me a little bit.
It's petty.
That one got me a little bit. I wasn't down for that one.
But she pushed him to get to this point. Like,
what if he just started putting his money somewhere else, like at the bottom of the black sock drawer, where he knew she wouldn't be able to touch it because she can't touch black socks?
That would be a stretch.
Well, like any other drawer then. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like there's some places where you could move it in the house where you're pretty confident that like your partner just doesn't go there.
I don't know. I just feel like he shouldn't have to.
He shouldn't have to buy a safe.
Well,
I agree with that. But you don't think buying the safe instead of trying communication?
He did. He tried that. It didn't work.
Do you think there was a conversation that should be had like, hey, listen, I'm not happy with this situation, and if you can't keep your grubby little fingers off of my little cash pile, I'm going to be buying a little safe.
Yeah, like maybe a warning before, like a small little threat.
Yeah, he's like, listen, I love you. I don't want a relationship to end over this, but I need to set a boundary with my little cash stash.
Yeah. I could get behind that. Like, yeah, maybe a happy medium would have been to let her know beforehand. Like, I'm giving you one last chance. If I see any other cash missing, I'm putting a lock on.
Yeah.
That could be maybe the most reasonable approach. But
you know what you could also do? Start a second cash pile somewhere else. And then just see how that one goes with her and her timelines. So like you put a little bit of money, a little bit of cash, you go to the bank, ATM, withdraw $300, you put it in the sock drawer, whatever, where she doesn't usually go into, and then you see if she ever bounces her books over there or if she truly just fucks it.
oh, like if she replaces it eventually?
Give her the time to do it on her own timeline to see if she does it or doesn't or just keeps abusing it. Because honestly, I feel like abusing that is kind of like abusing your partner in a way, like abusing your relationship, taking advantage of all of it. I don't know.
Yeah.
In a little bit of a sense. Like, do you want to get into a marriage? Do you want to get into a long lifetime partnership, financial partnership for a long time with that?
I don't know. How long has this been going on for? Like, what is the timeline here?
Yeah.
Did she borrow it on Friday and it's now Monday? She hasn't replaced it, or like,
Has it been 6 months?
right?
8 months?
I feel like that also provides context that we're missing.
Top comment says, that is her being a thief. She didn't ask, didn't pay it back, and is making excuses. She's stealing it.
Exactly.
I feel like you always had a wallet and you would always have some cash. And I never once felt like it was right for me to go to your wallet, take cash out of it, put a little IOU note inside of it. I would always be like, hey, do you have cash? I need $40. Do you happen to like have something so I don't have to go to the ATM at this point?
Yeah, exactly.
When I get cash, I'll give it back to you.
Yeah.
It never felt right to me to like take the cash
steal it.
from
like,
your wallet.
Literally steal it.
Steal it. Even though we're in a very committed relationship, I never felt right to take it without asking.
Yeah.
Because then it's not there for when you might need it or
like,
plan to use it.
I could have in the back of my mind, like, oh, I plan to pay for my facial in cash.
Exactly.
Like
something like that.
Yeah. I just think it's mostly about respect. Like, you obviously are not respecting me and my needs, so I'd be pissed.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think the lock is valid, but I do agree. Maybe a warning could have been.
Just not let's say like a warning, but like communication.
But he did.
You know, I'm having a tough time with this one because it's like we always go to like divorce.
I'm not saying divorce.
I know. I'm trying not to say divorce, but I'm
no,
also
I don't
trying
think this is divorce worthy.
But I feel like this is a significant issue.
I actually don't. I don't think that this is like breakup or divorce worthy for me at all. I don't think it's like maybe like if, I don't know, if it got worse and she's like stealing like a shit ton of money from him.
Yeah.
Maybe, but like I don't think we're even there yet. Not even close.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. This one made me think about like, remember we had a similar setup? You know, we had a joint account, not the cash, but like we had a joint account and we had our own separate bank accounts. And we kind of like paid everything 50-50 in our relationship. Yeah. Some things here or there would be one person or the other, but generally it was kind of like balanced, and big expenses like the utilities, the rent, and the car, or not even the car, but the rent, 50-50. At some point, it's all just our money now. Yes. And I was just trying to think of like when that happened, and I think it was like right around our wedding. Because it used to be there was a point where I was like, hey, can you send money to the joint account? And then you just gave me your bank login. And now
I'm like, I've hired you as my account.
I just send money over to the joint account from like any account. Wherever we have money goes to the joint account, bills get paid. And like we have truly grown into our money relationship. Yeah. I think the difference though is honestly, like, I don't know, we have this podcast that is like both of us kind of. It is. So like my money is kind of like your money anyway. Yeah. And I don't know, you support me emotionally from my corporate job, I guess. I just mean like when we first started the podcast, we definitely had more separated money. And then ever since like paying for the wedding and doing all of that stuff, like it is just merged. It is just 100% we have an our money relationship. Yeah. Yeah. That's how we do it. It's been working for us. It works. I know other people have their own ways of doing it, and that's also completely fine. Our cash, we have what this couple has. We have a cash stash. It's called Your Wallet. No, it is.
It actually is true. Like if you get cash,
if I get cash,
you put it in my wallet.
You get cash, it goes inside your wallet.
Yeah.
Like whenever I get cash, it goes inside your wallet.
I guess that makes sense because you don't have a wallet.
I don't like to. I have a wallet.
Well,
I
you
never
do,
use
but
it.
you
It
don't
sits
use
in a
it.
drawer with like old cards that I never use.
Yeah.
I just use your wallet. That's the cash stash for us.
Yeah.
That's funny. All right. Back to you.
This one comes from relationship advice. My husband left me on our wedding night. We've been married for 3 months now, yet I'm still trying to process something that happened on our wedding night. After the celebration, we had planned to spend our first night together in a room we had booked. Instead, my 28 female husband, 29 male, chose to leave and spend the evening with his friends. I went in the hotel alone.
Huh?
It was supposed to be the happiest day of my life, but that night felt like one of the loneliest moments I've ever experienced. I was deeply hurt and devastated. We talked about it afterward. I love him very much, and because of that love, I chose to give him another chance. I want our marriage to work. I want to move forward. But when I think back to that night, there's still a quiet ache in my heart. I find myself reliving it, and each time I feel a small but sharp pain. I'm trying to forgive him truly, yet sometimes I feel emotionally numb and unsure whether I'm still hurting, whether I've suppressed it, or whether I simply haven't allowed myself to grieve properly. What makes it harder is that his family and friends didn't see anything wrong with what happened. To them, it wasn't a big deal. To me, it was deeply personal. I love my husband. I don't want resentment to grow in my heart, but I'm afraid I don't know how to fully move past this. How do you heal from something like this?
What do you mean? This isn't even a big deal. Like our wedding venue, when we were in the villa and stuff, everything closed down. It's time to go to bed. Teresa went into the bedroom and I went back outside. And I slept on
keep the party going.
I slept on a chair looking at the night sky, and Teresa went to bed inside the bed and I was outside. It's perfectly normal. It's fine. It's great. It's all fine and dandy over here. Nothing to look at. That's fucked.
That's so fucked.
I'm sorry.
No, why?
He left me to spend the evening with his friends. Why does he fucking marry them?
No, literally, go marry them.
Annulment. 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 You say
is that
words?
the only... Okay, honestly,
Okay,
I do think this is something... Huh?
Teresa leaves me to go party with her friends on our wedding night. Do I want to stay married to Teresa? Fuck, you know what? I'd probably stick around.
I was going to say I would too.
Fuck.
I would too, but it would be... I would be deeply hurt, like she's saying. It would be hard, like... It would be hard to get past this, honestly.
Yeah.
But I think you would.
I don't know. I feel like it could taint everything. I'm saying it like, yeah, I would because I fucking love you and our relationship's great, and I don't feel hatred towards you. I feel like that could probably build a lot of resentment, a lot of hatred. I don't know.
I would.
And the fact that his family's, it's no big deal. That's what his dad did to me on our wedding. Sure, I got it.
Why does the family know? Like, how does the family know?
Why do the families always know?
Why do they know? Keep your families out of it.
Are we the fucked up ones for keeping our shit to ourselves?
No, I don't think so. I think it's not healthy to bring in other people's biased opinions.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, of course, his family's going to have his back.
Of course.
I don't want your opinion, actually, because it's not going to be on my side.
Yeah.
Keep your opinion to yourself. No, I don't think that's fair. It is hard to say, like, sitting on this couch and not having lived this, like, whether or not, like, you can get over this. I think I could get over it, but it would hurt a lot. It would really hurt. And the fact that there's no making up for it, you know? You can't just say, oh, let's relive that. Now let's have another wedding and I won't fuck it up this time.
Let's have a do-over. I'll do better the second time.
Like, there's no do-overs. This is literally a once in a lifetime.
Does the your wedding, your choice, does that have to be like group decisions made with the bride and groom? Or is he exempt because this was his wedding, his choice on what he wanted to do?
It's group decisions.
Okay.
So, top comment says, what did your husband have to say about it? OP replies, he said he's really sorry and that he only realized how wrong and stupid he was when I didn't reply to his messages while they were at the after party. He said he'll never forgive himself and can't turn back time, but he promised he will always try to make it up to me. I gave him this chance because I know he truly regrets what happened. I know him and I can see that he's sincere. But sometimes memories of that night just pop up, and even when I want to cry, I just can't. And then another comment says, what happened that led him to going to an after party but you going to the hotel? I've been to weddings where the couple stays out all night, and I've been to weddings where they kick everyone out and turn in. So I'm wondering how it came to be that there's an after party that only he attended. Were you not invited or didn't want to go and he went anyways?
Right?
OP replied,
Valid question.
actually, the after party was only planned that night because the venue was closing and his friends still wanted to keep drinking. Yes, I was invited, but I was so tired that I just told him to enjoy. Honestly, I was completely exhausted, and maybe that's why the reality of being alone only hit me when I got to the hotel.
That's valid.
I think that's valid too.
I feel like that's a valid experience to have, where like
in the moment, like, his friends are there too.
Friends are there, and once you start drinking, you want to keep drinking. That's a very valid thing that happens to everybody. Like, you know, you never want the night to end. Once you start, when you're in that category, that medium area of like drunk enough to have fun, but not drunk enough that you're puking. That's like the most dangerous time. You don't want it to stop. You want it to keep going. You want to have the best night ever. You envision your life like the freaking Hangover movie. So like, you want to keep going, and your friends are like, yeah, let's party. And then I feel like it's solely valid of her being like, no, I'm tired. I kind of want to go back. And then it doesn't hit her until she gets to the hotel and
she
is
probably
alone.
Also felt pressure. Like, she doesn't want to say no.
And she wanted him to have a good time.
Yeah.
She loves him. She wants him to enjoy his time. She wants him to have a good night. I can actually see how this in reality kind of like went down.
Yeah.
I guess my question would be, how's the last 3 months been?
Why?
Well, like, he says he's going to change and he's never going to do that. Have you felt like that in the last 3 months?
I thought you meant prior to the wedding. Okay.
No, it says this your wedding was 3 months ago. How's it been? As it seems like he's genuine and he's trying to change and he hasn't done that again? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, have things been rocky?
Things been rocky? Have
you been letting this affect your relationship? Because if you have, like, that's also valid.
Yeah.
Like, you have resentment there.
Well, my thing is him. Like, has he trying to been like repairing it?
Yeah,
have you been like holding it? But you're like, I know he's doing everything he can. Like, I don't know. Yeah.
So the same person replies to OP's comment and says, I could see a world where a nice guy would do this. He's wound up and energized still. Is he more extroverted than you? And thought since you were exhausted and he wasn't, and I assume he was already drunk making this decision, and many men are not emotionally intelligent enough to decipher that they shouldn't be doing something after their wife said enjoy.
Yeah, we're dumb like that.
If it only hit you when you got to the hotel, then you probably hadn't been clear it would make you unhappy to be apart. It sucks to have to spell out what you want when you think it should be obvious. And I agree it should be obvious. Buddy's in party mode, you're about to pass out, and you told him to enjoy. So I don't think this is divorce worthy, but you are entitled to your feelings, and I'm glad he was sorry. You are not doomed over this, and I think you'll get over it eventually if he is a good husband. Perfect.
I agree. That's what I mean. Like,
completely agree.
If he has been a good husband for the last 3 months and, you know, he's a great person and stuff, I can see you guys getting past this. I can see this honestly happening to us a little bit.
Like, I think this could honestly happen to everybody.
I can see it happening to anybody. I can 100%. When you are at that point where you're drunk, you want to keep going. And when you're exhausted and tired and you love that person, you're like, yeah, go have fun and stuff. I'll meet you back at the hotel room.
Yeah.
And it's not till you're back at the hotel room and you're by yourself. You're like, wait, this is our wedding night.
Yeah.
Now I'm sad. Why isn't he here?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think honestly both are valid.
I think it's all valid.
Yeah.
Damn.
Because she did give him permission.
Yep.
But it's also okay to be upset about that.
Yep.
Yeah.
You can have regrets over your permission.
Yeah. I think, just give it time, honestly. It's still fresh. It's obviously still a fresh. Like 3 months isn't a long time.
Yeah.
For the biggest day of your life.
Exactly. In the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
We just got married yesterday.
Yeah, basically.
8.5 months ago. The other day, Valentine's Day, I was like, babe, you know what day it is? She's like, what? And she was guessing, and I was like, no, it's not it. We're 8.5 months today. It's our 8.5 month anniversary.
Whoa.
Because Valentine's Day is on the 14th and we got married on the 28th.
Whoa.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Love that you're counting.
Yeah.
Okay, there's an edit on the original posts that just reiterates what OP said in the comments. It says, the after party wasn't planned beforehand. They only decided to have it right after our wedding reception. Our wedding venue closed at 10 p.m., so I was expecting to rest with him after that. But they decided to have an after party because his friends felt the wedding party ended too soon. That's when they found another venue to continue drinking, planning to stay until around 5 a.m. I got to the hotel around 11 p.m., and that's when it really hit me that I was alone. Everything sank in at that moment.
Oof.
5 a.m.
Okay, 5 a.m. too
Damn.
long to stay out, but 10 p.m.?
Right?
Yo, the after
That's an
party is kind
early-
of valid. That's an early wedding venue closing.
Yeah.
Like, I'm used to weddings 2 a.m. Like,
1 maybe.
In Canada, like, our alcohol cutoff is 2 a.m. So, like, 1, 2 a.m., like, that's usually the last people who want to keep drinking after 1 a.m. But it's usually, like, people start deciding to go home after 12.
Yeah.
That's kind of usually. So 10 p.m., kind of valid that they wanted to kind of stay out and go drinking.
But also, our wedding night. Do you remember 10 p.m. on our wedding night? We wanted to wrap it up too.
Didn't we drink until like 12 or something? Or
I mean, I wasn't drinking, but you remember we were so tired.
No, yeah, we were.
We were like,
Yeah, we were.
let's wrap it up.
Yeah. As soon as the DJ was like, I remember the DJ was like, yeah, if you want me to stay, you can just pay me cash extra.
Yeah.
Nope, it's scheduled time. That's it, guys. DJ's wrap it up. Get your last drinks in. We're wrapping this up early.
No, but it did go until past 12, I think.
I think 2:12.
Okay, to 12,
Yeah, I
yeah.
think it was 2:12.
But I remember, like, we were tired before that. We were
'cause
like,
I was sick.
ay.
And we were. It was a lot. And
Yeah.
even for our small wedding, can't imagine big weddings.
Entertaining so many people, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Over to me. We got one last one coming from Today I Fucked Up. Today I fucked up by intentionally running out of gas on the highway to teach a lesson. So this technically started 3 days ago, but the explosion happened today, and I'm currently sitting in my car outside my apartment because I don't want to go inside yet. My roommate forgets to send me his half of the bills every single month. It's always, oops, my bad, I'll get you Friday. And then Friday becomes next week, and then I'm basically floating $150 to $300 until he feels like remembering. I've tried being chill about it. I've tried reminders. I've tried a shared spreadsheet. Nothing sticks. Anyway, this week he asked if I can drive us to a concert because his car is acting weird. I already know what that means. It means empty tank and a mysterious dashboard light he's ignoring. I say sure, but you're covering gas. He says obviously. We drive 45 minutes, park, have a good time. He buys $60 merch, but whatever, that's his money, I guess. On the way home, I glance at the fuel gauge, and yeah, I'm lower than I thought. I pull into a gas station and I say, hey, can you tap your card? He pats his pockets, laughs, says he left his wallet at the apartment. I just stare at him. He says it's fine. You can just do it and I'll send you the money. Here is where I messed up. Instead of just paying and arguing like a normal person, I decide to teach him a lesson. I say, okay, cool, and get back on the highway without filling up. He's like, aren't you getting gas? And I'm like, nah, it's fine. It was not fine. About 10 minutes later, my car starts doing the little sputtering thing. He's quiet. I'm pretending it's still fine. It is not fine. We roll to a dramatic stop on the shoulder at nearly 11:40 p.m. Now we are stuck on the side of the highway in the cold with cars blasting past us. And guess who suddenly remembers his wallet is in fact in his other jacket.
Oh my God.
We had to call his sister to bring gas. She shows up furious because she has to work at 6 a.m. While we're there waiting, he tries to joke about it and I just lose it. I tell him I'm done fronting him money for anything. No more bills float. No more covering tickets. Nothing. We get home and he says I'm overreacting and running out of gas to make a point was childish. He says I put us in danger, which, yeah, I kind of did. Now he's sulking and saying I embarrassed him in front of his sister.
Dude.
I feel stupid right now because I absolutely could have just put $20 in the tank and dealt with it later.
Who cares? So what? You don't have to work at 6 a.m. Sorry, but not your problem.
What? I mean, you stranded yourself there.
Okay, but so what? Like, yeah, you lost a little bit of time. So what? Did you need to be home for anything?
No, I mean, if I had time to kill,
Yeah, exactly.
I could totally see this. And I'd be like, yeah, man, I guess you got to walk to the gas station.
Exactly. You fix this.
You fix this.
You fucked this up. Actually, you lied. You're telling me you didn't know that your wallet was in your jacket?
Yeah,
I
that's
highly doubt that. I'm calling your bluff.
Yeah.
And he called it.
Well, no, for me it would have been like get out and walk. It would have been get out and walk, because me personally, I'm not putting myself in the risk of running out of gas. I'm not running out of gas. I'm not going to inconvenience myself that much, but I can leave you here at this gas station. That's what I do have the power to do. So get out of this car, and I can sit. If you're not refusing to get out of the car, I can get out of the car and, go in and grab a drink. I'll sit in the car until you get out of the car. The car's not moving. Car is done. The car is done. It's stuck. It's not moving. Either you pay for fuel or you get and walk. Heel toe express it all the way home.
Honestly, valid. No, I think this should have been petty revenge.
Kind of, right? Top comment says, nah, this is way more effective than paying yet again and dealing with it later. Roommate needs to be embarrassed. Honestly, I think it was very effective. I think he'll think twice before saying, nah, I don't have money or anything like that. Embarrassed in front of his sister.
Yeah.
His sister had to come out at 12 p.m. when she has to work at 6 a.m. She's pissed at him. I think lessons were learned here. So
I think he lied too.
He did lie. He had his wallet.
Yeah.
He's being a little bitch. Top comment or best comment says, well, I bet he remembers his wallet next time.
Exactly.
And OP replies and says, God, I hope so, because I swear he forgets way too conveniently when it benefits him, and then suddenly has perfect memory the second it blows up in his face. Honestly, the most embarrassing part wasn't even his sister showing up. It was realizing I let it get to the point where I was risking my car just to force basic accountability. If anything, I'm the one who learned the lesson here too. No more trusting I'll send it later. It pays up front or it doesn't happen. And if he forgets again, cool. He can enjoy walking or calling an Uber like an adult.
Exactly. Honestly, yes. That's
right there.
That's also valid too.
That's it. Absolutely.
To have some regrets for putting yourself in harm's way, that's also valid. But
yeah.
But honestly, yeah. Honestly, you got lucky. Like nothing bad really happened. It was effective. He got embarrassed in front of his sister, and yeah, he probably won't do this again.
You should put your credit card in Apple Pay or Google Pay. Put it in your phone. I pay with everything with my phone. It's the greatest invention that I think I've ever witnessed in my life.
Or just don't lie.
Oh, that too. Yeah.
Like he actually had his wallet.
Little slimy guy.
Yeah.
Little slimy slimer.
All right.
Okay.
That's all we got.
That's all we got. I got a Q&A question for you, Teresa.
Okay. For me.
Teresa, do you have a profile on Goodreads? Would love to see all your book recommendations and reviews.
I do, but I don't really use it. Like I only use it to track how many books I read and what I've read. I don't really use it religiously like other people do. I don't make comments or reviews or anything. And I actually haven't even input the last 2 or 3 books that I read. So I have it. I don't even know how to share that. If
we can figure it out, I will put it on the screen for the YouTube video.
Okay.
And you guys can come into Teresa's Goodreads and you guys can book club it up.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah.
Book club with your fans.
Yeah.
There you
Let's
go.
do it.
There you go.
But I don't know if it would be them book clubbing with me.
Okay.
Because I don't know how to add other people.
Whatever that means.
Like they would have access to what I've read.
Nobody wants to book club with me.
Oh, because I was gonna say you don't read.
I listen to audiobooks. Nobody wants to audiobook it up with me.
I mean, you don't really talk about the books that you read.
Anybody want to talk about how to quit like a millionaire? That's the current book I'm on audiobook. And then the other one like that is how to be a landlord in Ontario. Anybody want to talk about that? Some great books.
Very niche.
Yeah, very little niche, a little too nichey.
I am reading. I'm not almost done. I'm like maybe halfway through The Woman. I'm starting to really pick up the pace, and I'm really liking it. What I don't love about it is how much it's about a man. It's literally called The Woman.
It's a little sexist there.
No, okay, but like there's already like 2 love interests. And I'm like, I didn't expect this book to have any love interest. It's about war and this woman going to war as a nurse. And I just didn't think it was going to have so much. Like, why is a man there? You know?
Yeah, how dare he?
No, like, I don't know, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Interesting take.
Yeah. Anyways, I think my next book, a lot of you guys gave me good recommendations. I'm really, really looking forward to it. But I think I have to read Heated Rivalry.
You should.
I think I need to because I need to know what's going to go down in the second book, aka second season. So I think I need to do that next.
Nice.
Yeah. And then I'll get to your recommendations, I promise.
There you go. All right. Life updates. You got any life updates? How was my planned Valentine's Day for you?
Guess. Guys, I'm going to give you 5 seconds to guess where the heck we went. Yeah, you guessed it. We went to Heidi Lau.
We did. I couldn't slip up twice. Couldn't slip up twice. I had Teresa doubting though.
You did.
I had her doubting.
I thought I knew for sure. And then you were like, okay, babe, like, I didn't book Heidi Lau, but like, we can go walk by. We can go see if there's tables available, if that's what you want. And then I started to feel guilty. I was like, damn, I keep talking about Heidi Lau and he booked something else and he's willing to like scrap that so he can make me happy. I was like, no, I'm sorry. Like, we can go where you want. I'm sorry. I felt bad.
I got you.
And then we went into Heidi Lau and I thought you were just bluffing. I thought you were literally going to be like, hey, do you have any tables available? And then you're like, hey, reservation. I was like, okay.
I feel like that would have been cruel to like walk us into Heidi Lau and be like, hey, do you have any tables? Oh, no, you don't. Okay, sorry, babe. We got to leave. We got to go to what I originally planned.
That would have been cruel.
That would have been messed up.
It would have been.
That would have been messed up.
But no, it was great.
What did we do before
I
that?
loved it. Oh, we went to Mani Petties.
Yep.
Denver
Check out Teresa's
surprised me.
nails.
Ooh, I got a little cutie. I let Denver pick out the color
Yeah.
because it was his gift.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I got my toes done too. We got pedicures, and I was wearing like
Painful
Mary
shoes.
Jane's. They did hurt me, but so I wasn't wearing socks, and my toes didn't dry in time, and I'm so
Just
upset.
your big toes got a little squished.
My big toes. The paint is so smushed. But whatever. That's whatever. They were not painted before, so I'm not going to complain.
Did you have a good time?
I had a great time. You killed it this year.
Thank
High
you.
five.
Thank you. Thank you.
It was honestly for me. Like, I feel like the last few Valentine's dates, you've done it for me. The Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
This your Heidi Lau, Mani Petties. Like, it was for me. I feel like my Valentine's dates have been for us.
Yeah.
I don't know what should be for you besides like going to motocross.
Yeah.
It's never gonna fall on Valentine's Day.
You look up the Supercross schedule for 2027 when it comes out.
Sorry.
Supercross 27, and find the closest date to February 14th, and take us there.
Okay.
That's what I want for Valentine's Day.
Okay. I'll do it.
Thank you. It's great.
Anything else? We move in soon.
We do. We're like working out a plan for moving in and not stressing out the cats too much as we do it. We're T-minus 2 weeks for us.
I want to say, if anybody has a living room, I'm so excited to decorate our new place. And if anybody has okay, I'm gonna get Denver to throw up some of my Pinterest vibes now on YouTube. If anybody has a living room with like a brown leather couch that you are proud of and that you would want to share some inspo with me, because I'm finding a lot of the same stuff on Pinterest, and I'm realizing I think a lot of it is AI generated. Like, a lot of it doesn't look real.
It's all fake.
It doesn't look real. I want a real living room to base my inspo off of. Just think like warm. I want it to be like warm and cozy. That's what I want. Like green plants, fake ones because I can't keep them alive. A brown leather couch, maybe some like a fuzzy rug.
I want like fuzzy rug.
Yeah, Denver really wants a fuzzy rug.
I want my feet to sink into my toes to get in there.
Yeah, so if anybody has, like, honestly, like if you have anything that works with a brown leather couch, send it my way, please. Like, message us on Instagram.
You'd be a great place for that.
Send it anywhere. I don't know.
The Patreon group chat.
Patreon group
That
chat.
would be a great place for it.
Yes.
The people, you could
Join
upload your
Patreon.
pictures and stuff. So come join our Patreon. We appreciate all of the extra support. Bonus episodes every Sunday. 90 plus bonus episodes. Some of the best stories that we've ever read are on Patreon. The Cheese Wheel Dilemma is on Patreon. It's a good time on Patreon. So we appreciate all of your support for everybody coming over to Patreon. If you guys have been listening on YouTube and you enjoy us, we just smash the like button. Appreciate that. And for $1 a month, you can early access, usually like 3 to 4 days early for the early access.
On YouTube.
On YouTube. And early access for the Spotify ones on Patreon, as well as the bonus episodes. There's some tiers there for you. We appreciate all you guys' support. And
yes, we do.
Yeah, grab a Jack and Luna t-shirt on ThreadTalkPodcast.com as well. Only a couple of people have gotten those so far, so we appreciate everybody's support with the merch. And anything else?
I think that's all.
That's it.
Thanks for being here.
Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. And we'll see you on the next episode.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. So Teresa sounds like, goodbye.
The reason I did it like that because I feel like every time my outro is always like, bye. And I was like,
goodbye. Bam, bam, bam.
Babe.
I can't see the page anymore.
He just keeps moving back. You look like a thumb. You literally, like all your necks, your chins.
My chins?
You look like a thumb. I don't from
My
this angle.
multiple chins?
You just look like you had no more neck. It's just thumb-like.
Okay.
Okay.